אוקיי, חברים, בווידאו הזה אנחנו הולכים לדבר על איך אנחנו בודקים את ההכנסה הממוצעת למשק בית, לבית אב, בשוק שבו אנחנו רוצים לבדוק, ולמה זה נתון שהוא מאוד 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 חשוב לנו כשאנחנו עושים השקעות של מולטי פמילי. אז שוב, כדי להסביר לכם בצורה הכי טובה, אני מעביר את השרביט לצ'אד. Chad, we're going to talk about median house income, how to check it, where to check it, and why do we even need to check it?
Sure, absolutely. So the reason why we want to check median household income are for really two primary reasons. The first is to ensure that there's enough income in that region or that market that supports the rents on the asset that we're looking to acquire. And two, is there a gap between the median income versus the median household purchase price? And that gap is anywhere between 30 to 35% of the household price, which tends to be a strong renter's market and supports investing in rental properties. If their gap is too small, or if there's 45%, 50% to household income, then it might yield for folks spending more time buying houses and less of a position for a renter market. So we want to avoid those areas. Now, to identify what the median household income is, we're going to go to a site called datausa.io. It's got a plethora of information, and we're just going to go and type in the market that we're looking at today, which is Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'll get a couple of different options. The first option is the city itself and Indianapolis, Carmel, and Anderson, Indiana, which is the MSA. It's a circling region around Indianapolis, which is a little bit bigger than what we're targeting. So we're going to target the city today because we're looking just specifically at Indianapolis itself. So we're going to just click on that. And it's going to tell me some high-level information relative to the market, the average population, the property rate, their median household income, property value, number of employees, median age. Now, as I scroll down, I can see I've got a couple of different options here that'll be a quick link to get me to the information I'm looking for. In this case, I want to know what the median household income is. So I know this is going to be under economy. But before I click on that, let's just sort of scroll down slowly so you can get an idea of all the different information associated with the site that you can scroll through. It's pretty easy to get overwhelmed. So make sure that you know what you're looking for when you come here so that you can go straight to it and not get sidetracked and spend hours looking at information that it doesn't make sense to you. So we'll come down to income, the economy area, median household income, a nice little chart here that gives you some examples relative to other regions in the area. But what we want to do is we're going to view the data specifically. And this is where we get granular from a sponsor position so that we can get an idea of the growth or the contraction of median household income in that market. And this is where I'm going to geek out because I like data. So we're going to view the data. You can see as I click on that view data part just above the chart, I'm going to get information relative to a couple of different geographical locations. And what Data USA does is they do a really good job of comparing and contrasting the market to other markets or like markets in the area. And then we can download this into a CSV file, which is essentially an Excel file. And then we can start playing with the data. So I'm going to go ahead and download that now. It's going to open up for me. Go ahead and click that open. And you see some information here that tells me what the median household income is over a period of time. Now, Data USA doesn't always have updated information. They're usually a year to 18 months behind. And so you're sort of limited to the time range that you're looking at for getting as real accurate information as you can. So take it with a grain of salt that is going to give us a guideline on how the median household income is relative to this market. So I'm going to just quickly sort this so that I can understand, so I can just pick out the market that we want to focus in on.
So while you're doing that, I want to give a very big comment in Hebrew for 1 second. אז כמו שצ'אד אמר, האתר הזה הוא מעודכן לפעמים 18 חודשים אחורה, פה אתם יכולים לראות אנחנו בסוף מרץ 21, האתר הזה מעודכן ל-2018, לכן תיקחו את האינפורמציה פה עם איזושהי כוכבית, ויכול להיות מצב שבשנתיים האחרונות שווקים מסוימים עשו איזשהו שינוי לטובה, ולכן אם אתם רואים מידע, אינפורמציה שסותרת את מה שקיבלתם במצגת העסקית, שוב חברים, כמו שאמרתי, הכלי הכי חשוב שלכם זה לשאול שאלות, אתר זה מעולה לתת לכם כיוונים, אבל אין תחליף ליזם, לחברה, לשאול את השאלות ולאנשים שחיים את השטח. Go ahead, Chad.
All right. So what I've done is I've organized the data set just to identify Indianapolis City, which is what we wanted to identify. And the data that Data USA has available to them is only in the year 2013 through the year 2018. And here we are in the year 2021. So we're a few years removed from the data being updated, but that's okay. This is enough information here to give us an idea of the direction in which this market is going from an income standpoint. And we know that 2008 is behind us, and we want to see, are they continuing to grow, or is there anything that's stalling that growth? And if there's some stalling in that growth, we want to know why, and is there anything going to be done about it, and vice versa. If there is growth, what's creating that growth? And this is where we're going to do organic review in the market, from talking to people, boots on the ground, which is one of the most important pieces of analyzing the market. But this initially gives us an idea, is this a market we want to spend time and invest our energy in looking into investing? In this particular situation, it looks like there's a continued growth year over year, which presents that there is opportunity for us to look at investing in this market. So that said, that's one area that we first look at when identifying if this market is a good investment for us.
מעולה. Thank you, Chad. חברים, יש לכם שאלות, לא הבנתם משהו, תרשמו לנו בתגובות למטה, אני אשמח לפתח דיון, רוצים עוד מידע, עוד אינפורמציה, תרשמו לנו ונפתח דיון מעניין בנושא.